Okay, so he says get wisdom. He says get insight. How do we get it? How do we get it? You see, it says get wisdom, and then see what kind of instruction it gives to us, what you need to do. It says this, do not forget, and do not turn away from what? From the words of my mouth. And see what it says in the previous verse. Go back and look at verse 4. He taught me and said to me, let your heart hold fast. That's the instruction. What do you need to do? Hold fast what? My words. Keep. That's what you need to do. My commandments. And live. This is not a luxurious option that if you want to get it, get it. If not, fine. That is not. What he's saying is this will give you life. Get it and live. In a small town, Canada, every morning young people came out of village and they swam at a lake. But one person always swam faster than the most of the other people. So he always had to wait for other people. So one day, he came out early in the morning and to swim by himself while no one else came out to swim yet. So he went by himself into the lake, swimming by himself. But all of a sudden, thick fog came and covered everywhere. And he cannot tell what direction he's supposed to go. Now the lake is narrow one direction, but the other side is far, long, and deep. If he swims towards the wrong direction, he can possibly die. Now the water is getting cold. He knows for sure he cannot make all the way to the other side if he goes to the wrong direction. Only one side is close to the land. What is he going to do? He got afraid, and he was getting colder and colder and colder. He didn't know what to do. But a little later, he was able to see where the sun was. I think the sun is right there. And based on that, the location of the sun, he was able to find out what direction he's supposed to swim to. When we have a fixed, immovable truth or point, we can find out in what direction we should go. Not just living in any way we feel like. I feel like we should go that way. I feel like that way, maybe that way. That's how I feel. No, we need an absolute and immovable truth to guide us, to build our life upon that objective truth that is outside of me, the truth that is outside of my feeling, the truth outside of how I feel, what I'm thinking right now, truth, the objective truth. The way of fool is right in his own eyes. For the commandment is a lamp, and the teaching a light, and the reproofs of the disciplines are the way of life. Look at all the commandments in this text. It says, hold fast, do not forget, do not turn away, do not forsake it, keep it, get it. Look at verse 10 and on. Let's read verse 10 and on. It says what? Pay attention to all the instruction. Hear, that's the instruction. What do you need to do? Hear, my son, and what? Accept my words, that the years of your life may be many. I have taught you the way of wisdom. I already told you, my word is a way of wisdom. I have led you in the path of uprightness. When you walk, your step will not be hampered. And if you run, you will not stumble. This is for you. Verse 13, keep hold of instruction. Do not let go. Guard her, because she is your life. Wisdom 1, be faithful and be honest with your work or study. Proverbs 11:1, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. Imagine at a market, a vendor try to make a little bit more profit, a little bit more money by cheating on the scale. But it says it's abomination to the Lord. That's a strong word, abomination. But just, honest, right scale is the Lord's delight. Lord's delight. Let your work, and for those of you students, let your study and work be done faithful in honest way, in honorable way. Wisdom 2, learn to be content. Learn to content. Proverbs 11:28. Whoever trusts in his riches will fall, but the righteous will flourish like a green leaf. Better to be lowly and have a servant than to play the great man and lack bread. Not that I'm speaking of being in need, for I have learned in whatever situation I am to be content. Did you learn that? No, wisdom 3, don't be lazy, but be diligent. Don't be lazy. Proverbs 13:4, the soul of sluggard craves and gets nothing, while the soul of diligent is richly supplied. Wisdom 4, plan and prepare. Plan and prepare. The plans of the heart belongs to who? Say it. Say it again. But the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. Planning belongs to man. That's the part that God has given to us to do. Each of us may have different plan for the year 2024-5, and trust in the Lord. The heart of man plans his way. That's good. There's nothing bad about that. Do that. But the Lord establishes his steps. That means the outcome, the result, are completely, totally up to him. Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established. This is the wisdom. Are you with me, church? The wise person will do this. Guess what? Pray. That's committing to the Lord. Number 6, watch and set guards over your mouth. 7, have good companies, friends around you, and avoid bad ones. Our young ones and our youth, have good friends with whom you hang out. That matters. And all of you, what we watch, what we listen to, and on what we spending time, that matters. Foolish ones carelessly befriend with anybody. Whoever walks with a wise becomes wise. Did you see that? If you walk with wise, you become wise too. But the companion of fools will suffer harm. Yes. Doing wrong is like a joke to a fool, but wisdom is pleasure to a man of understanding. The fool does something wrong and they think it's funny. You want to do something funny? And doing wrong, and it's like a joke to them. Leave the presence of a fool. Live. Don't hang out together. Live. Because what? There you do not meet the words of knowledge. Prize her highly, and she will exalt you. She will honor you if you embrace her. She will place on your head a graceful garland, and she will bestow on you a beautiful crown. Did you notice that in this text and in many places in the Proverbs that the wisdom is personified? You know what that means? The wisdom is described, spoke as if she's a person, right? In chapter 1 of Proverbs, wisdom cries out to you. And chapter 8, wisdom is calling, and listen, help, follow me. She's raising her voice. This wisdom is personified like a person. Wisdom we want to have, wisdom we are talking about, is not just some abstract idea. Wisdom we're talking about is not just some concept. It's not some people's opinion. It's not just a smarty brain. What are we talking about when we talk about wisdom? It's a person. A person who will guide you, who will lead you, who will protect you. It says this wisdom will give you crown. This wisdom will give you life. And by this wisdom, the heaven and earth was created. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 19. And you know who this is. When we come to the New Testament, we get who this is. John chapter 1, the Logos, the Word of God. Keep my word, hear my word, do not forsake my word. The Word of God, the Word of the Father, the Logos, who was with him, by whom all things were created. The Son of God is no one else but Jesus Christ. So church, prize Jesus highly. Treasure this Jesus. Listen to him. Keep him. Hold fast to him. Fear him. Do not forsake him. Do not forget him. Are you with me, Hope of Glory? You want to be wise? Have Jesus before you all the time. Your wisdom, acknowledge him, have him, and live before him. Then he will exalt you. He will honor you.